Hey, my dear little cuties, how are you? Hope you are fine at home and enjoying the days and doing a little bit study also. I'm expecting that. Okay, from that to the direct to the topic I'm coming because we have to finish our lessons also within time. You know, na, that teachers are not coming in the school. You are not going to the school doesn't means that you will not study at your home. Do your home work properly. Read the books or the teachers that the materials are given to you, and listen the videos or the audios carefully. Try the basically the grammar. You should do a lots of practice, otherwise you will be lagging behind. I think you don't need to do that. Okay, you don't want to do it. So today here we are for the English class. Definitely I am here means you know that this is your English class, and we will start the second portion of your literature. First I start, that was the mystery of the whispering host. It was a mysterious story that is growing gradually into a mysterious condition. So I said that I have divided the chapter into three portions. The first portion we have already completed. That the last portion was when Paul and Morgan, the brother and sister, hope you remember them. So Morgan snuggled into the bed, means she was comfortable in the bed, and while his brother, who was only 12, he was sitting on the chair. Means sitting on the chair means sitting on the chair for, and you can say waiting for further sound. Okay, so let's start from the next portion, next para. I'm starting. Follow my reading, and if you have the book with you, then open page number 8. Then you can easily go through it, and while I'm reading I will explain also. Please focus on that. Okay, and be good girl and be good girl, and be good boy and be good boy. Okay, and listen to me. Paul was falling asleep when he heard a soft whispering sound. It came from near the bookcase in the darkest part of Morgan's room. Morgan also heard the whispering. So somehow, when Paul was waiting for the further sound, somehow he got in. He fallen asleep. This is very common at night, and suddenly from the darkest part of the room there is a corner, that is the darkest part. From that portion where the bookcase, or you can say the bookshelf where the books we keep our books, from that portion a sound is coming, and Morgan also heard the sound. Some whispering, something is whispering like this: Paul, can you hear her? As Morgan said that it's not him, it's her, because this is my room. So it's her own assumption that the ghost is a her, not a him. Okay, so yes, I do. Hold still. Paul got up and tiptoed over to the light switch and turned it on. The room filled with light again, but there was no ghost to be seen, and the whispering stopped. As soon as Paul Morgan said that, Paul, have you heard the sound? Paul said, yes, I do. Hold on, hold still means don't say anything or don't make any noise, don't make any movement. Okay, let me investigate. So he tiptoed, means without making any sound, very stealthily, softly he went to the switchboard and switch on the light. As soon as he switched on the light, the room was filled with light. That is normal. Then the next page, that is page number 9, I'm coming. Morgan sat up. I think ghosts don't like light. For a baby, it's definitely common. They were getting the sound, but as soon as the light is on, there is no sound. So, from that, she thought that maybe the ghost the ghost doesn't like the sound. Okay. Morgan decided to sleep in Paul's room for the rest of the night. Morgan went to sleep right away, but Paul lay awake, speculating what could be the whispering ghost in the Morgan's room. So, so as a Definitely, Morgan decided to sleep, so Morgan was quite afraid. So she's very little. She thought that it's better if I sleep with Paul for the rest of the night. So both just went for sleep, but Paul was not sleeping. She lied down, but he was thinking that what is the thing that may be in the Morgan's room. Paul hurried to Morgan's room and the next morning to investigate. So the night is over, it's the morning. So he just ran to investigate, means for further inquiry. He went there. Her bedroom looked normal in the morning sun. He scrutinized the bookcase. Scrutinize means gone through every details that what could be the possible reason. Okay, he scrutinized the bookcase where the whispering had come from. So basically, from the darkest spot, as I said, the bookcase, the bookshelf is there. From there, the sound was coming. So he went there. Nothing looked out of place. Everything was fine. So there was nothing that was suspicious. So on the shelves there were rows of books and a jar filled with sticks and leaves where Morgan's caterpillar was sleeping inside a cocoon. See, the cocoon word is written in blue, means uh, and beside this is written 3. So this is the meaning number 3. So at the end of the book, if you see, the meaning is written cocoon, meaning a covering of silk thread that some insects make to protect themselves before they become adults. So caterpillar basically stay into inside the you can say not very hard, not very soft within a shell, just like the egg. The egg is protecting the baby inside the shell, just like the caterpillar. So Morgan has a pet. What is the pet? The pet is caterpillar. Very unusual, though basically we are not having pets like caterpillar, dog, cat. These things are very common, but Morgan has a caterpillar, and that was kept inside a jar. And the jar, where jar was kept, the jar was kept on the shelves. Next, I told you, ghosts don't like light, said Morgan. Again, Morgan said, I told you na, that the ghosts don't like light. So it's morning, so definitely will not get the sound that Morgan wanted to tell. We have to wait until the night to hear her again, so nothing we can do, we have to wait. Paul thought about that for a second. Paul was also thinking that as whatever his sister was saying may quite be okay. So the window had thin curtains that let the strong morning sunlight permeate through them and lit up the room. He had an idea. So, what was happening? Just like my window, you can see the reflection of the light is coming. So, they in their window there was a thin, very thin curtain, so through which the light can come easily. Basically, the morning sunlight. There is a word permeate. Permeate means you can say that spread through, means light can come easily and spread through inside the room. So Paul got an idea what he has done. Then Paul took Morgan's blanket and standing on a chair he tucked one of its end into the curtain rod. So In my room there is no curtain, I don't use it. But if there is any rod, you can think, and we are keeping any things, just like after see, this is my scarf. After washing the scarf, the way we are hanging it on a wire or rod, in the same process what Paul has done. Paul just done the same thing with the blanket, so that no light can come now inside the room. Okay, Paul then bought his flashlight. Okay, sorry. The blanket covered the window and blocked all the light. Definitely the same thing will happen, as I said. Paul then brought his flashlight and closed the door to Morgan's room. His flashlight, he took the flashlight and closed the door also. And after shutting down the door, the shutting out the light from the hallway, the room became dark. Again, not like the night, but somehow the room became darker. Morgan just after seeing this, Morgan just clapped her hand and said, "Oh, now we can talk to the ghost again." For Morgan, it was a thing that is very happy thing. She can deal with something, but Paul was very serious about that, because Paul was senior than um his sister. So, shh, said Paul and waited, holding his breath. Holding his breath means he was just thinking, I have to do, don't make any sound. Means he was, as I said, he has done some plan and he was doing just accordingly. Okay, soon the soft whispering began. Again, as it is dark, it became darker, the whispering sound started again. Paul aimed his flashlight at the bookcase and turned it on. So think this pencil is, this is not pencil now, as I am telling, this is a flashlight. Now I am turning this flashlight to you, and then what? The round spot of the light danced across the bookcase, but no ghost was there, yet the whispering continued. Now, after pointing to a certain point, Paul turned on the flashlight. Where? To the bookshelf, definitely from where the sound was coming. And the after this, the shadow of the light was getting on the wall, but nothing was there, everything was clear. And there is a word, you can say that light danced across the bookcase. Now light can dance? No, light cannot dance, but when we are holding the flashlight, basically we are moving. So for that time, the light is also moving, the shadows are also moving. So this is called the dancing of the lights. So across the bookcase, but no ghost was there. Nothing was there. Paul was failed to find out anything. Yet the whispering continued, but continuously the whispering sound was there. So can there be a ghost? Yes, can, there can be. So I have I only will discuss up to this for today. So let the mystery stay for a certain period of time. I will solve it. You can solve it by your own also. But what happened at last, for that we have to attend the next class. So I am telling you all that see all the videos properly, so that you can get the text. Okay, I will provide you the text, and as well as those who have got the books, now please go through the book and you can listen to my explanation while you are looking at the books. And those who still haven't collected the books, I'm telling you all, please go to your school, contact to your school, get your books. It will be easier for you to continue the study. Okay, so for today then, all my cuties, bye bye. Next class we will meet again. Okay, till then, thank you.